There's so many good Christmas movies. Like, holy moly, man. It's like such my jam. I was tempted to just take a day today and not be working on my crazy life and just binge watch a bunch of Christmas movies. I mean, God, there's like just like the classics. Like like there's Christmas with the Cranks. You could do like old fashioned ones, Miracle on 34th Street, Elf, The Grinch, like just like all of the Christmas movies. Okay. So Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
Fantastic. We have the most Christmas question today, Miss Liv. Okay, so zombie apocalypse, right? It's gonna happen one day. We all know it's gonna happen. We just don't know when that day is going to be.
Very Christmassy.
Very Christmassy. Now, everyone seems to think they have a proper zombie apocalypse plan, right? Some people haven't thought about it. I think these are the ones who have not thought about anything in their life, right? These are the ones who just wing it when they have kids. Now, any educated adult and children have a zombie apocalypse plan. My question for you is, what is your zombie apocalypse plan? Would you survive?
100% I would survive. I'd be like in Zombieland. I'd be like the girl with the gun. But question, can zombies climb trees? Because I'd build like a tree house. I'd be waving down at the top of the tree.
Okay, so that's your hideout.
Because their limbs are so feeble, they might not be able to pull their body weight up a tree.
Okay, but what if zombies aren't what we think they are, that we see in films? Because then we won't be ready for it. If they look nothing like we're anticipating they're gonna look like, we're just gonna be walking down the street and we're gonna see, our old pal Dave and say, you know what, Dave?
Maybe we're in a zombie apocalypse now. It feels like it.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. How would we know if they don't look like when they're walking? How would we know that they're zombies? I'm just gonna think that you're on something. So
just an apocalypse.
so just an apocalypse. So I mean, okay. Do you have? I used to work with someone when I worked at Body Worlds, and they said every venue that they worked at, they would figure out the zombie apocalypse plan. Like if they were at work when it happened, where would they go? And at first I thought, you're bloody mad. And then I realized, no, they're thinkers, and that's what started all of this. It is smart, because what would you do? That's the question.
What would you do?
Okay, thank you for asking, because I've thought long and hard about this while I was in the bath.
I'm waiting for that. Yeah, Liv, don't care what you're going to do. Ask me. You'll probably die quickly.
Well, I mean, your first question was about a bloody treehouse. How is this? Can they climb? I mean, okay. So, of all the questions you could have asked. So what, okay, first and foremost, I actually wrote it down because I want to make sure I have this as my go plan, okay? This is also, if it starts to flood, it's also in this book, okay? Okay, so for the first off, I've been avoiding things my whole life. So I feel like I'm pretty ready for a zombie apocalypse, right?
A little bit of adventure.
Yes, I'm great at it. So this is why I feel like I'm gonna be fine. Also, I'm dead on the inside, so that helps. Okay, my game plan. Okay, so here's my game plan. Zombie apocalypse breaks out, okay? First of all, I'm gonna call my mom and I'm gonna see, okay, I guess if she's okay. But second of all, if Gandalf, my cat, my prized possession.
Mommy, okay, yeah, no, but how's the cat?
I need to know if it's reached back in Alberta, okay? And I need to know if animals have it, because that's gonna tell me if this is like a serious thing or not, okay? If I know a golden retriever has turned to the dark side, this is happening. This is not just someone, right? Second of all, I'm gonna ask my old pal Alexa, because Alexa knows everything. So if I say, hey Alexa, is there a zombie apocalypse today? I mean, I'm gonna have to sit through her being like, well, today's weather is, and tell me.
Do I need an umbrella?
Exactly. So if Alexa knows, I mean, everyone knows that the government's watching us through Alexa. So that's the government telling me, yeah, girl, you better be ducking and dodging these zombies, right? So that's my first thing, right? After calling about Gandalf. So, okay, now we're in go mode, right? So I need to figure out what resources that I need, right? So my next thing is I'm going to be making a phone call to the local grocery store, and I'm going to just be seeing how they're doing, right? I'm going to call up Susan, the butcher, and I'll say, hey, Susan, how are we doing over there? If she sounds okay, I know that's fine, and nothing's happening over there. So I can quickly run over, grab all of the snickety snacks that I need, and book it back before these zombies come and get me, right? I'm pretty quick. Call me Usain Bolt.
What if they're like speedy zombies? Like, you ain't got time to go get your snickety snacks.
Speedy zombies. This is what I'm saying.
Do you know what I'd wait for? I'd wait for Brad Pitt. I'm sure he's been in a zombie movie. He'll know what to do. He can come save me.
He would be really good in a zombie movie.
I'm pretty sure one of the first times that we had a podcast, we brought it back round to Brad Pitt. So here we are again.
Everything comes back around to Brad Pitt.
Quality content.
Yeah. if it doesn't involve Brad Pitt, what are you doing? Come on.
Can they swim? Maybe I go to an island.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. We don't know anything about them. What if they're actually really nice? What if they just want a friend and they're going, because they just want to be your friend? And here we are going, get away from me.
But they can't talk because they're zombies and they're like, be my friend.
That's discrimination.
Hello.
So then the other question is, apparently you're going to be in a treehouse because that seems like the best place to go. Something that a 4-year-old builds. Okay, not a 4-year-old. A child builds with their parent. That's Liv's place to go. Apparently. Wrong.
I never said that.
You just want to know if they can climb and if they can swim. You just want to know what their athletic abilities are, apparently, because you don't care about anything else.
Zombie Olympics, because I'd win.
Yeah, you're like, okay, so like, what's their dexterity like? I've thought about this long and hard, okay?
Yeah.
And this is I know people are going to agree with me. I'm going to go to IKEA.
Of course, why wouldn't you?
First of all, the Swedes know what's going on.
And there's not a day that's not meant for IKEA.
If I'm going to get lost in IKEA, that means the zombies are going to get lost in IKEA. Where do I have the advantage? I have been to IKEA so many times. I know that layout better than anyone at all.
You're going to take them into the Harry Potter maze.
You need to find where your strengths are against these zombies, right? My strengths, IKEA. Also, all the meatballs you can have.
I'll take them down a catwalk.
Perfect. There you go. You're going to outwalk them like in Zoolander.
Throw some heels on them. All right, catch me now.
Make them lesser than you. That's my advice. So IKEA, this is it. First of all, you have a place to live. You have a nice bed. You can hide. You can hide all over that place. They're never going to find you. You have all the meatballs you could ever want. Ice cream, there. Hot dogs, fantastic.
Yeah.
IKEA, best place that you can go for a zombie apocalypse. And then also, yeah, they're going to get bored. They're going to get lost. You can monitor them on the cameras. You know exactly where they are. So my game plan is pretty much to outsmart them, which I never thought in my life ever I would ever outsmart anything. But I feel like I have an advantage here. Mm-hmm. First, from ducking and dodging people my whole life, avoiding them for every which reason. Second of all, I understand them because I do have a dead heart. So we do connect on that realm. And it's, you'll
just become you'll be the leader by the end of like the couple years. Everyone else will be
I mean, that's the hope.
You'll come in there and it's like 2 years later, like switch in a movie and then suddenly like Kelsey's the leader.
You just gotta connect with them, that's the thing.
It's that shot in the film of you being like, oh no, and then like snap 2 years later and you're like there with a crown.
Do I fall in love with one of them? Is this like a zombie apocalypse romance?
Oh my god, it's like it's not a zombie apocalypse, this is a love movie.
She finally learned to understand him. And then there's a scene of me like punching him on the arm and his arm falls off.
You love you.
We're on a dinner date. I'm eating spaghetti. He's eating brains.
Just falling out his half open cheek.
I wipe it with somebody else's detached arm.
You want to switch the lights up, you just break his arm off and you make him like...
I'm just saying, I think that people need to think more about their zombie apocalypse plan because it's not as straightforward as you would think. Also, can they travel? Are they going to be...
My plan is that it's going to turn into a rom-com. That's obviously my plan now.
This is what's happening, though. I mean, I don't see why everything else can turn into a rom-com. So why not the zombie apocalypse? So I'll be surviving. I don't know if you will. But yeah, I want to know what everybody else's is because I don't think people have thought about this enough. And I really think that on the scale of the important things that are happening in life, zombie apocalypse plan should be pretty high up there. Planning for a baby? Nope. Zombie apocalypse.